you have to hear this. I need an ethnomusicologist on this project. Let's go to Africa. Now, I had just finished a book about music and identity on suburban Jews in Boston, where I slept in a bed and didn't have to worry about malaria, middle-aged Jewish guy. And I said, you're crazy, no way, I'm not going to Africa. And then Richard pulled out his mini disc. He had made a couple down and dirty recordings. And he said, listen to this. And this is my field recording that I did later on when we went back to the community. You were just listening to Lecha Dodi, sung by the Abiudaya Jews in Uganda. This is a Shabbat, a Sabbath hymn, that is a really amazing, I think, version of Lecha Dodi. I was blown away, and I said, how soon can we leave? And literally, we were on a plane about 3 months later for what became the first of 7 research trips to Uganda. The 1,000 members of Uganda's Jewish community live in tiny villages surrounded by Muslim and Christian neighbors. That's your typical chicken in the synagogue shot. These African Jews observe the same holidays, follow the same customs and traditions as other observant Jews do around the world. They pray in Hebrew, they keep kosher, they're Shomrei Shabbat, they keep the Sabbath. The Abiudaya created and sustained their religious identity. These are converts to Judaism in the 1920s, and they sustained their identity in virtual isolation. They held steady to their beliefs during Uganda's civil wars and through the brutal rule of the dictator Idi Amin. During that time, synagogues were closed, and what Amin termed small religions, quote, Judaism and Christianity, were outlawed in Uganda. Richard and I visited the Abiudaya 4 times. We shot film, we did photos, and made recordings, and we published this book, Abiudaya, the Jews of Uganda. We also produced a music CD with Smithsonian Folkways that, to everyone's surprise and our delight, was nominated for the music industry's highest honor. It received a Grammy nomination for Best Traditional World Album. These Ugandan Jews were no longer isolated from the world outside Uganda, and with this attention, the world wanted to meet them, especially in North America. There was a demand for people to come and do lectures. 2 of the leaders of the community came to the United States for a visit in 2001. J.J. Keki, a coffee farmer who you heard, he was the lead singer on that Lecha Dodi, spent time with Richard and I in early September with us in Boston. On Monday afternoon, September 10th, we brought him to the train station and so he could travel down to New York. JJ was on tour. He was supposed to tour Lower Manhattan, and on that Tuesday morning, September 11th, he came out of the subway just as the first planes hit the towers. You couldn't make up this story. It was just an incredible story. JJ watched the planes hit the towers, and he called me up from New York, and he said, Jeffrey, look on the news, the black man with the yarmulke running away from the dust, that's me. When he returned to Uganda, JJ was greeted at the airport by a crowd of reporters and television cameras, and he became known as the Ugandan on the scene of the World Trade Center disaster. But he returned to Uganda with a mission. He reasoned that he had almost died from a result of religious intolerance and hatred based on religion. He decided to show that there was a better way for people to live, and JJ went door to door to his Muslim and his Christian neighbors, to their mosques, he visited churches, and he asked if they would come together to form Uganda's first interfaith fair trade coffee cooperative. Here was JJ's vision. He said, whatever you have, use it to create peace. If you have a body, use that body to create peace, not to cause chaos. You'll hear this in JJ's words in a minute. If you have music, use your music for peace. He said, what do we have? We have coffee. We'll use coffee to teach peace to the world. Watch this video that Richard and I made, and you'll see this in JJ's own words.
The volume is it? Well, not soon enough.
My name is Keki. I am now 48 years. I'm a coffee farmer. As well as a musician. I sing music. I was right there at the World Trade Center where on September 11th, and I was near a victim because at the same time I wanted to tour the World Trade Center was the very time those people had planned to bomb it. So I was among the people who were running to being scared of with the dust. That's when the time we learned that it were terrorists. And these terrorists were connected with the religion. When I flashed back in Uganda, there should be, we should begin something. We have coffee. Maybe we make a co-op of Muslims. Christians. My religion, I'm Jewish. And then, there we can teach the world how to work together. Peace, I've thought it will begin with simple people. here, it will grow.
My name's Nina. On the board, I represent Muslim community as well as the youth. This was a brief with one man called Keki, telling us that I have a suggestion that maybe we can start planting coffee and we shall look the market for it. In our cooperative, we like singing so much so that we can easily communicate to other people. These songs, they talk about our coffee, we teach how to plant coffee, and as we sing, the way you sing, maybe the dance you bring. Somebody just say, hey, you remember there where they say that when you plant this coffee, you get this money. So someone gets the information easily.
We teach our music, whether they are general meetings. We are teaching people to use their own environment. We are using the music to teach people about our peace programs.
When you just call that you come and we are going to teach you about coffee, they say, me I will not go. But when they hear that there is music, they say, oh, the other people, they can dance. The other group can dance. Let's go. They come in big numbers.
We should compare the examples of coffee to bring peace, because this coffee is teaching us, although it is not talking, but it teaches us. You see this one? 2 beans in each coffee. Which means it is friendly, it doesn't want to live alone. So, we are using the right crop. This, I thought it would be done with simple people. From the ground here, it will grow. I want to share to the world that we should use whatever we have to create peace. Anything, think of it. If you think you have the body, use the body to bring peace, not to cause chaos. If you have music, use your music.
Today, over 1,200 families farm together in Peace Coomera, Delicious Peace, the farming cooperative JJ started. The sign outside the office of Peace Coomera, Delicious Peace, shows some symbols that are not often seen together. A Muslim crescent moon, a Jewish Star of David and menorah, and a Christian cross.